We have Jack Lowry, Vermont Lumberjacks EHLP coach, also the EHLP Coach of the Year. Jack, initial thoughts on today's contest, the 3-0 loss to the New Jersey 87's.
The 87's are a very, very good team. I didn't know what to expect, honestly. Their decor was tremendous. I thought we played a strong game. I thought we had our chances. And, you know, when you get to this situation in close games like that, generally it comes down to the teams who cash in on their opportunities, and we just didn't do that today. But I was happy with the effort and the way that we played.
Jack, in the few chances you did get, how much do you attribute just the lack of scoring to your guys, and how much do you attribute that to just good play by Cole Moore?
Well, I think that their D was so good. So, our strength usually is we get the puck in the zone, and we have sustained pressure, and we get to work to wear the other team's defensive core down. Their defense was so good and so aggressive that it was hard for us to set up. So we would get a lot of 1-and-outs, 2-and-outs, and then when they would get the puck on their sticks, they would put it in an area where they could take it down the ice and get out of the zone, get out of danger.
Jack, what was the message to your team prior to the game?
We played a certain way to get here, and don't change what was working. It's gonna be your effort. It's gonna be a close game, and it's gonna come down to the team that makes the least amount of mistakes and the team that capitalizes on the other team's mistakes. And I think that's exactly what happened today.
Jack, you gave up 35 shots to New Jersey, but Sam Pfaff made 32 saves despite allowing 3 goals. What do you think of his performance today?
I thought he was tremendous. We pulled him at the end. I should have, in second, rethinking it, I should have done it a little bit earlier. He's going to play in the second game. So we pulled him to give him just a little bit extra rest. Having to be back out there in a very short period of time. So, but I thought he's been solid for us all year long, and he was again today.
How much did the possibility of goal differential and that whole tiebreaker go into that decision to pull him a little later?
It was about a 50-50 goal differential. Get him a little bit of extra rest. We lost 2 players, one for a foolish penalty, and the other one to a knee injury. And Sawyer Worsing's arguably one of the best players in the league, and he's certainly our best player. So we're going to be down a little bit this next game, and I wanted to give Sammy all the support I could. So maybe an extra 15 or 20 minutes. Who knows if it helps or it doesn't? We'll find out. Jack,
fair to say, short memory moving forward.
Pardon me.
Fair to say, your guys need a short memory.
Oh, extremely short. I haven't addressed them yet, but the message is going to be, hey, we're not out of this by a long shot. We've just got to come get ready, get rested, get some fluids in us, and be ready to go. And give it 60 minutes.
Use the other goaltender.
I'm going to go back with Sammy Pfaff. Yeah.
Obviously, things change with Morin's penalty and with Worsing's injury. But where do you think you would have stood in terms of just changing which guys get scratched between the first and the second game beforehand, and how's that changed now?
Now it's going to impact. There's a player. It's going to impact 2 players that be in the lineup now that probably wouldn't have been. So.
Okay, Jack, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job here this week.
Likewise.
Thanks. Thank you.
Okay, so
all right?
Yeah, yes, thank you, Jack. All right, so
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Now we are going to bring in.
Appreciate it.
We're going to bring in Matthew Kiernan, head coach of the 87's Premier Team. Yeah, on now.
Leave this up?
Yeah, leave it up.
Okay.
You can face the camera. The camera loves you. Face us if you want to. Matt, first off, just your initial thoughts on a 3-0 win.
Obviously, it was a complete effort. I thought we were very, very good early in the game. It gave us a lot of confidence to play the right way. I thought we did an incredible job of hunting pucks and winning the loose puck battle. And obviously that allowed us to get on the board first. Always great to score the first goal in a playoff game, and it gave us a lot of life and energy, and it carried throughout the whole game.
Matt, I thought you guys were just consistent today, especially in all 3 areas of the ice. Is that fair to say?
Fair to say, and we've been building to that. That's a very young team we have. There's a lot of O2s and O3s with, first time junior hockey experience for a lot of those guys. And we've been talking about that. We've been talking that you can't take any shifts off. You have to compete on every puck. There's every opportunity to make a play. It must be made. And, after having obviously a lot of obstacles and adversity facing this year because of the COVID situation, it's helpful. And we developed those habits. And I think obviously that was very, very good for us today. And certainly I think was the reason why we won.
Matt, you mentioned the younger guys. Obviously, you do have a lot of O2s and O3s, except for it looks like 2 or 3 players. Ryan Crane is the only 2000 on this team, and this is going to be his last weekend playing in this league. How important was it to get him a point in this game?
Oh, listen, he's been an incredible 87. He joined us in our second year of existence. He's a local kid that wanted to get something more out of hockey than he was getting, and Ryan has been absolutely incredible for us. He's an incredible teammate. When he was in the EHL lineup and not in the EHL lineup, he was one of the most committed guys to his teammates, to the organization, and to representing us really, really well in everything that he does. So having him get a point today was great, and certainly a testament to him as well.
Matt, how impressed were you with Moore between the pipes and then your penalty kill?
Yeah, Moore was unbelievable. Any time that it looked like we might have been, losing our nerve a little and getting nervous about the moment, he made a big save, and that big save then calmed everybody down and then let us get back to our game and let us get back to playing the way that was making us successful. The penalty kill, we did a good job scouting. We had the advantage, right? We got to play the EHL team the day prior, and the EHL team was able to get a couple good looks on their power play, but we made the adjustments to take away those looks, and they were unbelievable. I mean, Williams and Migliorato, I don't know how many shots they blocked on the PK today, but I mean, they were machines back there eating shots and sacrificing for their teammates and sacrificing for the organization. So, I mean, that's a big part of penalty killing, your goalie and blocking shots. Moore
missed a significant amount of time this season. How much sweeter is it to not only have him in net, but to play the way he did this time of year?
Once again, he was a first-time junior hockey guy. Right. And he was learning the ropes, and he was learning how to compete and practice every day and learning what it means to play at this level. And, he saw an opportunity here at the end of the season, and he sees that opportunity, and he's obviously made the best of it, obviously going undefeated in the postseason here for us. And a huge reason why we won the game today.
Sakowski's goal, is that a textbook goal from him?
Luca's got some unbelievable hands, and if he gets it in tight, he's likely to score. He also has an unbelievable shot. What I liked about it was his compete to create that play, his compete on the loose puck that created the opportunity for him to make a big, skill play and then to finish. And like I said, that's what's been very, very refreshing to see about Luke's game, as he's added another facet to his game as a player. Besides being a skill guy, he now has a really, really good compete level, and there's a lot of loose puck battles that he wins now.
Obviously, a fairly similar goal in some way with Patrick DeMarinis in the second of the game. He's got 3 in 3 games. What have you seen from his play that has really made him put the puck in the net as of late?
Patty is going to the hard areas of the ice to score. And we told that to the guys. The goals in the playoffs are going to be scored in the blue paint, 6 feet in front of the net. And if you get there, you're going to get the reward. And Patty made a great play to box a guy out, to win a puck battle, got to the net, and obviously stopped on the net, and is willing to take the punishment that you're going to take when you get to that area of the ice. But as we tell our guys all the time, the reward is the goal. And you're gonna score a huge goal that helps your team, and that's how you have to play playoff hockey. And like I said, the guys are really, really implementing the lessons and certainly adhering to our instructions as to what needs to be done to win a playoff hockey game.
What was the vibe like in the locker room and on the bench prior?
This is a very, very tight group of kids. They really, really like each other, and they're really playing for each other, like truly playing for each other. And there weren't any nerves. I thought we had way more nerves when we played the Renegades in game 2 to get here. I thought we really fought nerves that night, and I think that was good, right? You have to go through that struggle. You have to feel that because it means so much to these guys. You know, it means so much knowing what they've gone through this year. You know, those guys haven't gotten dressed in the locker room all year. You know, and literally getting into ranks 15 minutes before warmups, and that's how they've had to prepare. They play the same teams over and over and over again. So I think for them, they know what they've sacrificed to get to this moment, and they're going to make the best of it.
Obviously, you know, we mentioned this in the EHL in this year in particular, but it's even more so in EHLP when you only have 3 teams in the South Division and you're very limited in terms of games played against opponents. How did you? What was the experience scouting this team in Vermont?
Yeah, you know, like I said, we had a huge advantage. The coaching staff is the same here, like us. So when we were scouting the AHL team, we know we're scouting the premier team as well. And like I said, we had such a huge game yesterday that we did a ton of video on them, and we were very prepared as to how they want to play the game, how they want to attack you. They're a very difficult team to play. Their structure is very, very, you don't see it very much. So your guys are definitely have to be on point and prepared for it, because it is very, very different than anybody else will play in our league, and it's certainly an exciting and fun game to watch. And luckily, we came out on the right side of the game today.
All right, Matt, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, appreciate it, guys. Yep, awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
That's right, Maddie.
Thanks, man.
You guys are good.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, that's it for our press conference today. Thank you so much for watching, and keep tuning in to Hockey TV for our second game.
Yeah,